Hi there, mold fans. Bob Byrne from Volunteer Mold and Indoor Air Quality Services, talking today about how water gets into your foundation. Today we're going to take a look at a basement foundation located on a beautiful house on a beautiful piece of terrain, but to show you what the effects of excessive water on a foundation can do to it, we're looking at a house that's about 4,000 square feet and has a full unfinished basement area. So we've got an exposed foundation. Let's take a look at the outside. We always begin with the outside of the house, look at conditions and situations that can contribute to poor indoor air quality, to moisture issues that will affect the inside of the house. We're going to take a look at the downspouts and gutters, which is where it makes sense to start. Take a look at the general drainage system on this house. One of the things that always concerns us is vegetation growing in contact with the house. This obviously holds a lot of moisture on the basement. Here's a downspout just to the right of the front porch. You can see this downspout is disconnected from the ground drain, and also that there's a lot of moisture area around it where the soils have been saturated. This likely has been going on for many years and has been putting water on the foundation. Truth is, this boot has never even fit inside this pipe. This home, of course, has a very large roof, so you're getting, even in a rain where you only get a few inches of rain, you're going to be accumulating hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water that are going down these gutters and down the downspouts into ground drains. One thing we always want to do with a ground drain is verify that it is in fact draining. You can simply do that by putting a hose down into the ground drain and turning the water on and looking for where the water comes out or doesn't. If it backwashes into the ground drain where you've got the hose, if it starts gushing out of there, then you know the drain's not working. And that's we have that condition here at this house. This is all water damage that's been done to the brick pavers, and you can see where the sidewalk has literally been reparged as a result of water getting underneath the bricks and damaging it. This one was recently fixed and verified that the ground drain was not allowing water to go down because of root systems that had clogged the pipe system that goes down this hill on the retaining wall. Here's evidence of what water does to pavers. You see where it's actually washed the concrete and grout out of this what once was a quite attractive porch. Taking a look at the retaining wall as we walk around the other side of the wall, the patio porch step is on the other side of this, and you can see the efflorescence, the accumulation of salts that have formed every time the water dries out. It leaves the calcium and other salt chemicals behind. You can also see where it started deteriorating the grout on many areas of the wall, and in point of fact it's actually causing some stair-step type cracking on the wall and some shear cracks. Shear cracks are cracks that go up and down that indicate that the porch is actually settling off to the right because the soils are wetter on the lower side of the retaining wall. This will cause a good retaining wall like this to fail. You can also see nearest the door here where there's movement where this part of the wall has actually dropped. You see this large crack here and the stair step up as it follows the wall. This is leading to failure here up above. Also, we've got stair step cracks where this portion of the wall has dropped this way and is held up in the corner only, so eventually this whole wall will fail. All these cracks have to be resealed with grout so that we can prevent water intrusion, and of course we're going to get water dripping down from the deck above, so it's important to deal with that right away. We're now on the inside wall of this house looking at the front wall of the home. You'll remember we had this moisture area, and on this house it's contributed to some significant conditions, one of which is this mold growth and an active water leak. This area right here is right in line where the gutter on the outside is disconnected from the yard drain, and actually the yard drain is also clogged and is non-functioning. You also notice we have a large horizontal crack that runs the width of this wall, and in fact the wall is also bulged. These 2x12 members were put in here to brace the wall. They're actually tied in up at the top joist and also tied in on this iron railing at the bottom. Many times when we find a condition like this, we'll do a referral to an engineer who will design either a partial fix or a complete fix. In this case, this fix was already done by a previous homeowner who said they demonstrated that there was no further water coming into the building and no other movement on the wall. Well, that's why you've got to hire your own engineer, because many times you'll find that there's a difference between engineers' opinions on this one. And I think we beg to differ on this based on the evidence we see after we've taken out these shelves. All this lumber has been well saturated, and as you can see, we have a fungal growth on the shelving ledgers, and the shelves themselves had a significant fungal growth on them as well. All this has to be treated, but the main thing is we've got to cure the water leak so that we know that the treatment is a permanent treatment. We're now at the extreme end of the wall, which, looking at the house from the outside, is on the left side nearest the garage, following towards the front porch, which is on that last upright 2x12. And you'll see that the crack here also runs across this area of the wall. There's evidence of an old repair here, and there's evidence of moisture and fungal growth on all these shelves. So this whole wall has had an ongoing moisture issue, and many times the amount and the size of the contents will actually trap water or moisture onto those shelves. Additionally, which is an indication of ongoing moisture issues in this house, we have a fungal growth on the supply ductwork. See that large growth on the insulation, and we've also have growth on the floor joists themselves. The residents of this house have been complaining of ongoing sinus issues over the life of the house, with a sick daughter and a husband who's been constantly sick when in the house. There's no surprise that there are indoor air quality issues. Take a look inside the return here, and you can see how dirty the return walls are. Hopefully this short video can give you an idea how a complaint of poor indoor air quality combined with a physical inspection of the property can lead you to indicators as to the source of a problem, beginning with something as simple as a downspout and ground drain that has an impact on causing a potential failure in the foundation system, is a growth source for mold on both the walls, and all the organic materials such as shelving and joists can contribute to the poor health of the residents. We're going to take care of this. We'll show you a little bit more about the remediation strategy that we're using here in follow-up videos. This is Bob Byrne from Volunteer Mold and Indoor Air Quality, wishing you a healthy day.